going on, Blazers? My name is Kwame. I'm your host of Blaze Entertainment, and we're here with another episode of our Spotlight Edition. Unfortunately, my co-host, Miss Free, was unable to attend today, so I am here to do it solo. I am joined by the lovely, the amazing, the beautiful, the best premier Adele impersonator, Miss Kristie Champagne.
Hello. Bitch is back. The bitch is back. I feel like Elton John. The bitch is back.
The bitch is back.
What's up, everybody?
Woo, woo, woo. Thank you for coming back. I know you've been super busy this past week.
It's been a crazy couple of days, that's for sure.
Yes. Can I just say I am extremely happy for you that you got to meet your Shiro.
Oh my God, it was so amazing. You know, like being an Adele impersonator and getting to go to her show for the very first time and having the memory of getting pulled up on stage by her while I'm dressed up as her for my very first Adele concert ever was just so euphoric and so amazing. And I feel so blessed and lucky to have gotten to have that experience, like once in a lifetime kind of experience.
Yeah, so hopefully it's not once in a lifetime. I'm pretty sure.
Well, let's hope not. Right? I mean, hopefully she'll use me for something. I don't know. Right. I mean, I look just like her.
Right? Call me, girl. Call me.
Call me, girl. If you need a stunt double for something, let me know.
Exactly. Well, one of the things, like, for those who don't know, which I don't understand, if you're not alive, then you probably don't know. But Kristie Champagne met the Adele, and for those who are just dead to the world and don't look at TV, Adele is pretty much the white version of Beyonce.
That's, you know, hey, that is probably the most PC way you can describe that, and I will completely agree with you on that, because Adele's favorite artist is Beyonce. So I mean, to me, Adele is the white Beyonce. Yes,
I mean, really, she's amazing though. I love
yeah,
Adele.
She's so awesome.
She's gotten me through my depressed times, and yes.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, Lord.
Well, that's kind of what I love about her music. It's like, even though that a lot of the stuff she's written about, maybe not so much on the album 25, the most recent one, because I feel like there's a little bit more of like a happier vibe to that album.
Right,
but
right.
Her songs have so much emotion and usually are tied to a sad emotion. But what I love about her music and what connected me to her music so much was that you can take a lot of her songs, in fact, most of them, and you can relate them to so many different things. Like, it doesn't just have to evoke a feeling of sadness in you. You can associate her songs with a happy memory, a sad memory. You know, like anything really. Like, there's so many things you can associate her music with, and that's kind of why I love her and why it's such a pleasure to get to impersonate her twice a week, every week.
Yes.
Oh.
First of all, like, what I want to know, and I feel like I'm getting the exclusive, like, because I know you've been like, you know, on Q13 and you've been all over media, really.
I believe they call it going viral.
I mean,
it's my first time, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm allowed to say I went viral. I think somebody else has to say you went viral.
Oh, you definitely went viral.
I was a little all over the place. Billboard.com,
yes.
Entertainment Weekly,
Rolling Stone,
Perez Hilton, Rolling Stone. Like, you know, it's cool to be included in all of those different, you know, websites and web magazines and all of those things that have been popping up.
Right, and that's one of the reasons why, like I even saw the I believe it was King 5 that you were on, where they actually were talking with you, and you were at LaFaux, Julius on Broadway, and they were kind of getting, you know, a little kind of, you know, exclusive a little bit on how you felt, and, you know, when you were there and your experience there. But I want to know if you shit your pants when you got on stage, because I mean, personally, if I was to meet Beyonce, I would just literally melt and die.
Right.
So I wanted to commend you on keeping your molecules together.
Well, thank you. You know? Yeah, I was a little surprised too, because I had thought about it, you know, beforehand, because I had been campaigning on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram about, you know, trying to get to meet her, just in the hopes that somebody from her camp would see something I posted and would even just know that I was there. Like, I wasn't even looking for like a meet or anything. Like, just to know that somebody saw it would have been okay for me.
Right.
So I kind of already had this thought, like, oh my God, if this happens, I'll pass out. I will pass out. I think what happened and what I really love about the whole entire situation was that when she caught eyes with me and noticed me, there was a brief second where she paused and kind of took it all in and then gave that like classic Adele laugh that she has that like nobody
Yes.
else has.
Yes.
And it just kind of put me at ease a little bit. And that's when she asked me to come up and, you know, come down to the stage and come up there with her. And I just was like, I imagine it's what being high feels like. I don't do drugs, so I imagine it's what being high feels like. I booked it. I just literally lifted up my dress and booked it. And it was so amazing. It was so like, you know, and it didn't really hit me, and I didn't have that proverbial shit in your pants moment until afterwards.
Right.
We got to stay down on the lower level for a couple of songs afterwards, and she dedicated Someone Like You to me right afterwards.
That's awesome.
To get to even hear her call you darling, and she called me darling twice. I was just like, it's just so British and so lovely, and like it just was amazing. And I was kind of taking it all in, and it wasn't until we started walking back to our seats that I started having what I assume is a panic attack. Like literally, my chest felt like it was going to concave, and I couldn't breathe, and it was just like, this just happened. Let alone did this just happen, but I was dressed up as her, and it happened in front of, I think the Key Arena here in Seattle seats like, I think it's like something like 8,000 people. I think it might be, that might be over exaggerating, but it's a lot of people, and just all of the emotions and all of the things just like hit me all at once.
Yeah.
And I booked it out of the arena and went to the merch table and caught my breath and just was like, had to kind of take it all in. So I guess you could say I had that proverbial shit in your pants moment.
Yeah.
But not literally, because I was wearing a very expensive dress that I made that I was not trying to ruin.
Right, I hear that. And then to top it off, like you made your dress, which was absolutely stunning, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
So
thank you.
For those who don't know, Miss Kristie Champagne knows how to sew.
A little bit. I know a little bit. I learned some things from our director here, Eladio Preciado, who taught me a lot about what I know about sewing. And so I knew I was going for the first time, and I wanted to be able to say that, I made this all by myself. I wanted the moment to be truly like all inclusive, I guess, if that's maybe that's not the best way to describe that, but I wanted to know that like I made the outfit and I did the makeup, and I, all of my hard work and all of everything I've put into my, my impersonation of Adele made this happen. There's so many people that have supported me along the way. The director, our owner, all of my drag family, all of the fans, like all of those people have gotten me to this point. But I just wanted to have that one thing that I knew in this moment was like mine. And so that's why I decided that I wanted to make the dress myself instead of having somebody else, sew it up for me.
And honestly, it just made it that much more special. Like that was amazing. It was an amazing dress, actually.
And I'm pretty sure that might be the reason why she saw me, because it was really sparkly, and all the people around me. And I didn't even notice this happened until somebody told me afterwards that like all the people around me, my friend that was with me, my girlfriend who went up on the stage with me, Crystal Faye, she had I have like a light for my phone for taking selfies. And it gets really bright. It's like a spotlight. It's like a Lumi case, but like it clips on the top of your phone.
Oh, okay.
And she had taken it and turned it on full blast and was like waving it in front of me, on top of me like a spotlight. And I guess all the people around us had done it as well. And you can see it in the video. After I walk away, she walks back to the edge of the stage and thanks all the people in my section for helping her to notice me. So I have to give a huge shout out to all those strangers that I don't know that were in the audience around me for helping to make that happen. Because I don't think without the sparkly dress and all the lights, I don't think it would have happened.
That's awesome. Like, I mean, the way everything went down, like just from the video, just from me watching the video, like was just
right.
Like, this is amazing. I was freaking out. Because I know when I saw it, because I turned my phone off at night because girl got to get to sleep.
Okay.
So when I woke up, like I'm getting all these notifications, and I'm just like, "What is going on?" And then I open up and say, "What's happening with Kristie?" So I turn it on, and I'm like,
let's remind the viewers that you do help me with my social media, so you get just as many notifications as I get. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
It's totally fine. It is an
Waking you up from your slumber. I know beauty sleep is important to us, Champagne.
You know, good. Gotta get them wrinkles gone, good.
Right.
Shout out to Atomic Cosmetics for the moisturizers.
Okay. Yes, shout out to them too, because I was wearing about 90% of their makeup on my mug that night. So yes.
Come on, Dr. Jen.
Okay. The most amazing woman alive.
Oh my God. I wanted to go back to when it was actually really funny what happened. I was I was getting ready for work or whatever, and I'm looking at my phone and trying to wake up and rummage through all of the the messages. And I see that, I did it. I met Adele. And I'm like, she did what? And I'm like yelling. It's like 4:00 in the morning. And I'm just like, and I'm looking at the video. I'm like, oh my God. It was, and I can't imagine. That was just me looking, from this distance at that. So I can't imagine what you were going through in your mind. And you handled it like a pro. Like you were super calm and just super hilarious with her. You guys look like you were just friends, just chilling out on stage. And so,
I apologize. Apparently, somebody's getting arrested right outside my building.
It's totally
good. Good Lord. Well, there's that.
It's all right.
This is what happens when your apartment building is in the middle of Seattle.
And not only that, like you're a busy girl, so I appreciate.
Well, they're coming. They're setting up the barricade for that way people don't bum rush Julia's. It's fine.
It's cool.
Fine.
It's cool.
No, the unfortunate thing you have to deal with living in the middle of Seattle.
Well, you're a city life girl.
Well,
but going back to like how did you feel like standing next to her, hugging her, and being able to tell her how you felt about who she is to her and what she meant to you?
Well, that's really what it was I had thought about it because it's kind of like I kind of felt like I was prepping for like winning an Oscar or something. You weren't. I never assumed that would have ever happened in a million thousand years.
Right.
But there's a small part of you that in the back of your head thinks, okay, well, I am going to her concert dressed as her, and maybe there might be a possibility. If it is, this is what I want to say, and I don't want to miss this opportunity.
Right.
And I'm very thankful for the fact that I've been performing for 6.5 years, because I feel like it gave me most people probably would have freaked out and not have been able to compose themselves, but I feel like having the experience I have, I feel like it helped me a lot, because I probably would have freaked out and not been able to talk.
Right.
But I just wanted her to know that, and I probably didn't say it the best I could. I probably could have worded it better, but, we're always so critical of ourselves. However, I felt like I just wanted her to know, whether she remembers it or not, or whether she, remembers it for the rest of her life. I don't know. But I wanted her to know that, when I moved to Seattle, I was not in a great place in my head. There was a lot of, I had just left, the life I knew. I had done all these things, and I was just not in a good place. And that when I came to Seattle and started impersonating her full time was when my life really took a turn for the better. And the fact that her music and just her as an individual and an artist touched me, and still, does have a huge impact on my life. Mm-hmm. I would not be where I was if it wasn't for the opportunity to work in Seattle at LaFaux and to get to impersonate Adele. So I just wanted her to know that. And, I didn't want to miss that opportunity. And so I was very thankful that I didn't completely lose my cool.
Right. Well, I thought it was very heartfelt and genuine and honest
thank you.
Of you to just express that and take that moment and opportunity to tell her that. Because, a lot of people just, will just freak out and just faint or whatever.
Yeah.
I know I would have. But
well, and it's the thing is in the impersonation world, or I should say impersonation as an art form, a lot of celebrity impersonators don't get the chance. You don't see a lot of times where a Cher impersonator or a Madonna impersonator or whatever it may be gets to physically have a moment like that with the person that they impersonate, let alone that moment while you're dressed up as that person. So I'm very thankful, and I feel very lucky and very blessed to be a part of a group of few people that have had that opportunity. Like I know that Chad Michaels has had that opportunity with Cher. A lot of other amazing celebrity impersonators have had that, but it's very few and far between.
Right.
So I felt very blessed, and God was looking down on me on Monday and gave me that moment. And I'm very thankful and lucky and blessed to have had that happen.
And yes.
Yes.
And one of the things that caught my attention, because I know when I first joined LaFaux, even before I joined, when I was it was the first time I actually ever saw the show. And I even I was asked to audition the following week. But I wasn't going to join until I actually saw your performance. And I'm not saying that just because I'm in the House of Champagne, but I'm saying that just because like and all the queens that are there and all the queens that have been there are phenomenal. It's the creme de la
I am in such good company every week. Like
it's
Jackson Brown, Isaac Scott.
Let's not even talk
Kalina
about
Marcos.
Oh my God, yes, queens like that are at the
Gabriela Sanchez, Victor, Miss Vicky. I'm very thankful to get to work with.
They are amazing.
The most amazing celebrity impersonators every week.
And what's really cool about it is that people think that being in drag is just like, oh, I'm just gonna put on a wig and some eyeliner and call it a day.
Right.
You guys like really work really hard to look like who you are impersonating, which is amazing. Right. And I remember when I turned over to my guest who I was with, who invited me to go with her. She turned to me. She was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna love this!" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I didn't know you from Adam. I had never met you before. I never knew. I was just like, "Okay, this is cool." I was like, "I'm in charge of dancing." I came actually to see a couple of my friends that were there who were dancers there, and I was like, "Okay." And then you came out, and I was like, "Oh, it's Adele," and I'm like, "Okay, here we go." And then the curtains up. I was like, "Oh my God, is that fucking Adele?" This is Adele. Because I've seen a lot of impersonators before, and I've seen a lot of people who have on TV and also on different shows that I've been to who have tried to impersonate different impersonators or different celebrities. And you literally have, from the mannerisms down to the way you lip sync her words, like it's really, really good. Like, hello, bitch.
That's the fun part about it, is getting to like really, that's the fun. It's not work; it's fun to get to try to do that. And I was talking about this with an acquaintance of mine after Monday, that it wasn't until every week when I put on my Adele makeup and I get in the garb, like I know that I look like her, and I know that like the illusion is being sold. However, no matter what, I just see myself with makeup on. So it wasn't literally until Monday after that moment happened and I got to look at the selfie on my phone and still looking at it, did I ever think that I looked just like her? And it wasn't until you get to see yourself literally right next to her that you're like, oh, wow, I really do. And obviously I'm still critiquing things and I still feel like I can change some things, but that's just normal. But it wasn't until that moment that I really realized, like, maybe I am the best. Because there's like a lot of other queens that do Adele that are stunning and amazing and do great Adele impersonators like Delta Work.
Oh my God, Delta Work is amazing. I love it.
Delighted to Be Here from New York City is an amazing Adele impersonator. But it wasn't until I never put myself at the top of that list. And it wasn't until I saw that selfie and after the moment had happened that I thought to myself, well, one, she just told me I was the best. And two, now I know that I am in the top of people who impersonate Adele, if not at the top of that list.
Right.
So it not only is it a pleasure and a thrill to get to impersonate her, but it's a pleasure and a thrill to get to share that title with other Adele impersonators as well. So I'm in very good company when it comes to Adele impersonators.
And congratulations on because I know you on our last episode when you were on the show with us, you were really honest about like, you know, body image and just like being super authentic and super open and about who you are as a queen and your journey. And I really appreciate, you know, how even after Adele herself, you know, said that, you know, you're one of the best, you know, that she's ever seen, if not the best that she's ever seen. You're still humble, and I really appreciate it, because a lot of people get to their, you know, let that go to the head, and you're still, you know, you're still you. So.
I think I equate it to that. I feel very lucky that growing up as a drag queen, I got to be around, even before I started performing in drag, I got to be around a lot of really amazing quality performers that kind of instilled, you know, this sense of like, yes, be sure of yourself, but don't be overly sure of yourself. You know, there is plenty of other talented people who are just as good as you, who do just as amazing things as you do. That doesn't mean that you're any less than they are. It just means that you're in good company.
Right.
And, you know, there's room for everyone. There's room for all of us to be good at the same thing if we wanted to, you know, like, so it's just, as much as you want to toot your own horn, you know, it's just as fun to toot other people's horns too, and know that you're in good company, and get to be like, you know what, I know I'm the best, but these people are also just as good.
Right.
And I'm thankful as well to get to share that with those people. So it's, you know, it's difficult. I'm not going to say it's not difficult not to stay humble, because there's times where you want to just, you know, say fuck everyone else, it's about me.
Right.
But, you know, excuse my language, but, you know, you have to try really hard not to get in that space, because I know that my career and my path that I'm on right now would not be what it is with not all of the people that came before me, that have helped me, that have pushed me, that have supported me. I mean, literally, when I say supported me, I mean literally, like, you know, there's so many people that I couldn't have done any of this without. So it's like, you know, and I still can't. And I find solace in getting to rely on other people, because I think when you forget about the people who have helped you and that have loved you and supported you, that's when you become that person who is conceited and you know, bitchy and can't, you know, fuck the world, you know, like, you don't want to have that mentality. It's not going to get you anywhere, you know. You catch more bees with honey, you know, like, so that's just the way I look at it.
Ah, it's good advice.
Yeah. Words of wisdom.
Yes. Come on, wisdom queen.
Vital information for your everyday life.
Yeah. So I also, before I let you go, it's unfortunate because I know you're a busy girl. So I want to let everybody know where we can find you and where you perform at and all that good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are ever in Seattle, please come out to Julia's on Broadway. It's in Capitol Hill. We have shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I am lucky enough to be a part of all of those shows. Our Thursday show is a burlesque 1920s review called Magnifique. Mm-hmm. On Friday and Saturday, we have an evening at LaFaux, which is where you can see myself as Adele, along with a bevy of other celebrity impersonators. And then our Sunday brunch show, which is Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, themed disco brunch, kind of over-the-top extravaganza, more of like a classic drag kind of show. So if you are ever in Seattle, come and check us out at an evening at LaFaux. Julia's on Broadway.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then also, we will, as always, you know, when we have our guests on our show, we always upload your social medias, but also check out your YouTube page.
Yes. You can check me out on YouTube, yes. Kristie Champagne, Twitter at Kristie Champ.
Yes.
And then Facebook, obviously, at Kristie Champagne, as well as my boy page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Kristie, thank you so much. I know you're a busy girl. I know you got to run to a show right now.
I'm actually putting my makeup on as we're doing this interview.
As we speak. Always a professional.
I love you.
So thank you so much for
thank you for having me again.
No, I really appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me spread this 15 minutes of fame out a couple more minutes longer.
Oh, girl. I seriously doubt that it'll be just 15 minutes.
Well, let's hope so. I'll settle for half an hour, 45 minutes if we're lucky.
You know, still a 2-hour special, shall we?
If we can spread it till May of next year when her birthday is that she invited me to, then I'll be happy with that too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Come on, at Adele.
Okay. Okay.
Adele.
Hashtag Adele. Hashtag Kristie met Adele.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on the show, Kristie.
I love you. I'll talk to you guys later. Have fun.
Bye.
Make sure you tune in to Blaze Entertainment. Okay,
Aww.
You better be listening all the time, or else I'm gonna come find you and hunt you down dressed as Adele and force you to listen to this amazing podcast. So
how scary is that?
Boom.
Angry Adele running after you.
Just angry Adele running after you. Listen to Blaze Entertainment.
Listen.
Just like that. Just
Hello.
like that.
Listen.
Hello.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.